Have you ever wondered why your joints ache more and more these days, even though you eat healthy, stay active, and follow all the right routines? You stretch in the morning, walk regularly, take your supplements, and yet, your knees still feel stiff, your hips throb by nightfall, and your ankles swell after just a short stroll. Most people chalk it up to aging. But what if the real reason is something far more subtle and far more surprising? According to emerging warnings from doctors and nutrition experts, some of the most common fruits that seniors eat every day could be silently worsening joint pain. That's right, the very fruits marketed as natural and good for you may, after the age of 60, trigger inflammation, stiffness, and persistent aches in your joints. The effects are slow and almost invisible, until one day, you realize you're no longer as mobile or steady as you once were. This isn't fear-mongering. It's the reality of how aging bodies respond differently to certain foods. And once you learn which fruits are quietly harming your joints, you may never look at your fruit bowl the same way again. So if you care about staying mobile, strong, and pain-free, keep reading, because this may be the most important list of your life. As we age, our bodies go through silent but powerful changes. Circulation slows, metabolism weakens, and the way we process even natural foods begins to shift. What once nourished us effortlessly in our 30s or 40s may now become a hidden source of stress on our aging joints. Fruits, though rich in vitamins, often carry high amounts of natural sugars, acids, and compounds like fructose or bromelain that can trigger inflammation in sensitive tissues. For seniors over 60, the body's reduced ability to regulate blood sugar and process acids means these substances may linger longer in the bloodstream, accumulating in the joints and soft tissues. The result? Stiffness in the knees upon waking, unexplained swelling around the ankles, or a dull, nagging ache that follows every step. These symptoms often creep in so gradually that we accept them as normal signs of aging, when in fact, our diet may be to blame. Even more concerning is that some of these so-called healthy fruits can interfere with medications commonly used by older adults, amplifying their effects or blunting them completely. That's why doctors are raising the alarm. Not all fruits are created equal, and for seniors, certain ones can act like slow-acting toxins, fueling the very joint pain we're trying to avoid. Now that you understand the why, it's time to uncover the what, starting with the first fruit on the list. Let's begin with a fruit that's praised for its tropical flavor and anti-inflammatory reputation, pineapple. At first glance, it seems like the perfect health booster, juicy, refreshing, and packed with bromelain, an enzyme believed to reduce swelling. But for seniors, this tropical delight can be deceptively harmful. Pineapple is extremely acidic and high in natural sugars, both of which can irritate sensitive joints and trigger inflammation, especially in individuals with arthritis or reduced circulation. As we age, our blood vessels become more fragile and less responsive to sugar spikes, making it harder to flush out excess acids. That post-lunch stiffness in your knees or sudden ache in your ankles. It might not be just old age, it could be pineapple working against you. And if you're taking blood thinners or anti-inflammatories, pineapple's bromelain can interfere with your medication, compounding the risks. It may look innocent on your plate, but over time, pineapple can quietly erode your joint health. Next on the list is one of the most commonly eaten fruits in the world, bananas. Soft, convenient, and rich in potassium, bananas are often seen as a go-to snack for energy and muscle support. But for seniors, especially those over 60, bananas can be a silent saboteur of joint health. Packed with natural sugars and fast-digesting carbohydrates, bananas cause quick spikes in blood sugar levels. Over time, these repeated spikes can lead to insulin resistance, which promotes inflammation throughout the body, including in your joints. Worse yet, bananas can cause fluid retention, especially in people with heart issues, leading to swollen feet, stiff knees, and discomfort when walking or climbing stairs. You may think you're fueling your muscles, but in reality, you could be feeding inflammation. The danger isn't in one banana, but in eating them regularly without realizing how your aging body now reacts differently than it used to. Now let's talk about grapes, tiny, sweet, and often labeled as heart-healthy. They seem harmless, right? But for seniors, these little fruits can pack a surprisingly painful punch. Grapes are rich in fructose, a type of sugar that's processed directly by the liver. When consumed in excess, especially in bodies with slower metabolisms, fructose converts into fat and uric acid. The buildup of uric acid in the joints, particularly in the knees, ankles, and toes, can trigger or worsen conditions like gout, causing intense burning, swelling, and stiffness. What makes grapes even more dangerous is how easy they are to overeat. Just a handful becomes a bowl, and suddenly your joints are inflamed without warning. That unexpected ache in your big toe at night or tightness in your calves after a short walk. Grapes might be the hidden culprit. Sweet on the surface, but silently fueling the fire in your joints. Few fruits feel as refreshing and innocent as watermelon. Light, hydrating, and perfect for hot days, it's often seen as a guilt-free indulgence. But for seniors, this seemingly harmless fruit can quietly cause trouble beneath the surface. Despite its watery texture, watermelon has a very high glycemic index, meaning it causes blood sugar to spike rapidly after consumption. For those over 60, whose insulin response is often slower and less efficient, this sudden surge can lead to systemic inflammation, especially in areas already vulnerable, like the knees, ankles, and hips. You might feel your legs tire quickly after eating, or notice a dull ache when climbing stairs. That lingering swelling around your ankles? It could be your body reacting to the sugar load from watermelon. It tricks the mind into thinking it's hydrating you, while quietly straining your joints. Sweet, juicy, and dangerous in disguise. Oranges are often seen as the ultimate symbol of health, bright, juicy, and bursting with vitamin C. For years, they've been recommended to boost immunity and fight off illness. But for seniors, especially those already dealing with joint discomfort, oranges can quietly be making things worse. The high levels of citric acid found in oranges can irritate the delicate tissues around your joints, especially if inflammation is already present. Combine that with the fruit's natural sugars, and you get a perfect storm of blood sugar spikes and acid-induced irritation. Many older adults report stiffness in their knees after sitting for long periods, or a burning sensation in their hips or ankles after a glass of orange juice. While these symptoms are often blamed on age, they may actually be the result of a daily citrus habit. Oranges might boost your immune system, but they could also be silently attacking your joints from the inside out. Green apples are often seen as the healthier choice, crisp, slightly sour, and lower in sugar than their red counterparts. But don't let their clean appearance fool you. For seniors, green apples can quietly contribute to joint pain in two distinct ways. First, they contain malic acid, the compound responsible for their tart flavor. While harmless to younger people, malic acid can irritate aging digestive systems and inflame joint tissues once absorbed into the bloodstream. Many older adults report a strange heat in their knees or a tightening in the hips after eating apples regularly. Second, despite tasting less sweet, green apples still contain enough natural sugar to cause subtle blood sugar fluctuations, especially dangerous for those with slower metabolisms. When eaten before bed or on an empty stomach, these effects can be amplified, leading to morning stiffness or nighttime cramping. In short, green apples may look clean and safe, but they may be quietly stiffening your stride. Mango, the golden, juicy fruit that tastes like summer, is adored by many for its rich sweetness and creamy texture. But for seniors, this tropical favorite might be the most dangerous of all. Mangoes are extremely high in natural sugars, delivering a sharp spike in blood glucose that aging bodies struggle to manage. Every time your blood sugar surges, your body reacts with inflammation, especially in soft tissues surrounding the joints. This can lead to aching hips, burning sensations in the knees, or tingling toes that seem to worsen with every passing week. Even worse, mangoes are deceptively easy to overeat because they taste light and refreshing. But your joints don't care how natural it feels. Your body only sees the sugar, and it responds accordingly. For seniors already dealing with arthritis, nerve sensitivity, or reduced circulation, mangoes can quietly accelerate joint deterioration, turning a sweet treat into a long-term source of pain. If you're over 60 and struggle with nagging knee or hip pain, manage diabetes or prediabetes, take blood thinners, or notice unexplained swelling after meals, These fruits deserve your full attention. Seniors with gout, arthritis, neuropathy, or sluggish circulation are especially vulnerable because aging bodies can't flush excess sugars and acids as quickly as before. Even health-conscious eaters who pile safe fruit on every plate can silently amplify inflammation without realizing it. So, before your next snack, pause and ask, could that colorful bowl be feeding the very joint pain you're fighting to escape? Fortunately, not all fruits are your enemy. Some are powerful allies in the fight against joint pain. Take berries, for example. Blueberries, raspberries, and blackberries are packed with antioxidants and naturally low in sugar, making them ideal for seniors. These tiny fruits help combat inflammation, support healthy blood vessels, and improve circulation, especially to the legs and joints. Unlike the sugary fruits that spike insulin, berries release energy slowly and gently, easing pressure on aging joints. Just a handful a day can help reduce morning stiffness, soothe swollen knees, and restore a bit of bounce to your step without triggering hidden pain. Another excellent choice for joint-friendly fruit is cherries, especially tart cherries. While sweet and satisfying, they contain compounds like anthocyanins that actively reduce uric acid levels in the body, a key trigger of joint pain and gout. For seniors prone to stiff fingers, sore toes, or throbbing knees, cherries can offer natural relief without the side effects of medication. Just a small handful, not a whole bowl, is enough to calm inflammation and ease discomfort. Whether eaten fresh or in a low-sugar juice, cherries are one of the rare fruits that don't just avoid harm, they actively heal, making them a smart and soothing addition to any aging diet. Next on the list is the often overlooked avocado, technically a fruit and one of the best for joint health. Unlike sugary fruits, avocados are rich in healthy monounsaturated fats, which help reduce inflammation deep within the joints and cushion them from daily wear and tear. They also support stable blood sugar levels, reducing insulin spikes that often trigger pain in seniors. With added benefits like potassium, magnesium, and vitamin E, avocados nourish joint tissues and improve flexibility. Spread on toast, blended in smoothies, or eaten by the spoonful, this creamy green fruit offers more than flavor. It delivers strength, comfort, and long-lasting joint protection. Another gentle yet powerful fruit for seniors is papaya. Soft, easy to digest, and packed with natural enzymes like papain, papaya helps reduce internal inflammation and supports smoother digestion, an often overlooked factor in joint health. Its rich supply of vitamin C and antioxidants also aids in repairing connective tissues, easing stiffness in the knees, hips, and ankles. Unlike acidic fruits, papaya is soothing to the stomach and doesn't trigger blood sugar spikes, making it especially ideal for older adults with arthritis or sensitive joints. Just a few slices in the morning or after a meal can promote mobility and help your body heal from within, one bite at a time. The final joint-friendly fruit on the list is the humble pear. Often underrated, pears provide a gentle sweetness without overwhelming the body with sugar. Rich in fiber and packed with antioxidants, they help stabilize blood sugar levels, reduce inflammation, and support smooth digestion, all of which indirectly ease pressure on the joints. Pears are especially beneficial when eaten with a bit of protein or healthy fat, as this slows sugar absorption and keeps energy levels steady. For seniors who often feel heaviness in the legs or wake up with morning stiffness, pears offer a light, hydrating option that soothes the body without silently triggering pain. Simple, soothing, and safe, pears are a quiet but powerful ally in your fight for stronger, more flexible joints. Joint pain isn't an unavoidable part of turning 60. It often stems from healthy choices that your aging body can no longer process well. Now is the time to pivot. Reach for joint-friendly fruits, berries, cherries, avocados, papaya, and pears that fight inflammation and nourish your muscles and bones. Every smart swap, whether it's replacing a sugary snack with blueberries or topping toast with creamy avocado, brings you closer to pain-free, independent living. If this guide helps you move with confidence, share it with friends and hit subscribe so we can keep strengthening our health, one simple choice at a time.